Change occurs in the present, not the future. Something that took me a long time to realize. I think when most of us think of change and changing ourselves, we always think of the end product and never really the journey it took to get there. And I say journey because that's what it truly is. A journey. It takes time for change to occur. So to those of you that think you can just change overnight, you're lying to yourself. I would imagine most of us have an image of our future self, and we imagine everything from the activities that they do down to the time that they wake up. And that's not a bad thing per se. It's just that that's where most of us stop. And then our future self, or ideal future self, just remains in the imagination. And that's why most of us get stuck. We don't take action. We don't do what our future self would do, you know? And then we would have another future version of ourselves to do it. Instead, we would say, next week I'll start eating healthy. Tomorrow I'll start going to the gym. The future me will do the steps necessary to becoming the future me. You see where the problem lies? And another thing of having an idea of a future self is that we end up thinking that the things that our future self would do, we would only do once we become our future selves. And it's funny because it's actually the other way around, but I don't think we comprehend that. Because, you know, to make that change, we have to do those things. We have to do those things so that they become habits and they become the things that we naturally fall to, because those are the habits that the future self has. And why they do them, because they are habits. And it takes time and repetition before actions become habits, you know, so that the neuroplasticity can like kick in, you know what I'm saying? If you know what that is, then you know ball. But then I also think you shouldn't really only think that future you does those habits, because then that just unconsciously puts a lock on those habits or on those activities, because you think that you would only do them once your future you, as I just said. But like, the change that we wish to undergo shouldn't be pushed onto a version of us that doesn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? Instead, it should be actively pursued by our present self, because change is defined by the actions we take and not by I don't even. Oh, and that was going to be such a good quote. But you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, if you want to change, then do the activities that bring about the desired change. If you want to learn to articulate yourself better, read books. If you want to get stronger, go to the gym. You know, you don't go to the gym because you're strong, but you are strong because you go to the gym. That's the type of logic I'm trying to transfer through this phone. Take action, do the change that you want to see in yourself, and don't wait for it. That's what I want to say. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.